Janusz, what an enjoyable game this was. Leeds came to play. You just wonder how important that late penalty from Jorginho could be come the end of the season.
Oof, Mark, massive, isn't it? You had that feeling, right? I mean, it's changed the way we're talking about it here, or maybe it hasn't, because we have to talk about the issues that Chelsea are having as of late. But it certainly is a get out of jail card, because Chelsea were never in control of this game. That's not the first time that we're going to talk about that. That they allow Leeds to play way more than I thought they would, in a way, and they found a way. But this is a Chelsea team that, remember, a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, we didn't know who and how are going to penetrate that machine of Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel. And now you look at 3 goals against Zenit, 2 goals here, 3 goals against West Ham. Certainly scoring goals is not a problem. That used to be a problem, right? But they've scored 8 as well in the process. So not all is well, but 3 points are important, and they're keeping up with Liverpool and Manchester City.
For those of us that play Fantasy Premier League, a few weeks ago we were talking about we need to have 2 Chelsea defenders, maybe even treble up. What's going on with the defence?
Well, it's not just defense, right? And I always default to some of the obvious things, right? Because why complicate the game? And that's the midfield. And that's a massive issue. It's a high performance engine that's missing a couple of very, very big cylinders there in Conte, of course, and Kovacic. I mean, what they do, and I don't even mean in protecting the back three, but the amount of ground they cover, the leadership they bring, the timely tackles, the physicality of it, it's difficult. And someone will say, well, those are just excuses. Chelsea have, a big squad, but you can't do that sometimes, because there are players on every team that, without whom you just can't function in the same way. And the way Chelsea are organized, you can clearly see how much they miss them.
Yeah, but for all this, but this, but that, and but this, they got 3 points, and good teams find a way to win, albeit with a little help with their friends, because I don't know what Matthias Klich was thinking about. I can understand if you're tight to someone that's a real menace inside the opposition box, but Rudiger, again, who's been great going forward, what a stupid piece of defending from Klich.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if I'm going to show my bias. The Polish international here hasn't been playing well at all for a long time now. But, it's one of those that Rudiger took advantage of it. Not a lot of contact. Clearly a penalty, as the laws of the game say. But, Rudiger went down rather easily, didn't he, on that one? But yes, I mean, sometimes you have to keep you cool. This is last seconds of the game. Why even make a contact, right? You have your player in front, just run with him. It's not like Rudiger had a clear look on goal after that. And of course, that there's players around you that can help you just in case. So you have to be much smarter than that. And you cannot give the referee an opportunity for that. Didn't make contact with the ball. He made contact with Rudiger, no questions.
That was more like it from Leeds. That was the Leeds of last season. And they played their part in a super game, didn't they?
They did. And, especially, and that's why it's difficult. You've mentioned that I've made some excuses. I hope they're valid in terms of midfield players missing. But look at Leeds United. I mean, they were missing the spine of their team, right? Liam Cooper was not there. Calvin Phillips is not going to be there for a long time. We know how important he is. And Patrick Bamford, who scored a winner after coming back from a long injury, is gone again. So you look at those 3 players. You add maybe somebody like Koch as well. For them, it's like missing 3 contests and Kovacic, So I was surprised how well they played. They had to wait late in their last 2 matches, very, very late in the game, to get some points. And here they came to Stamford Bridge and played even for long periods of time with Chelsea, and should have gotten a point. Let's be honest.
Football can be cruel, can't it? Because Joe Gelhardt was going to be the hero, rescuing a point for Leeds, the young sub coming on, and then boom, his teammate goes and does that. But if they keep going like that and show that kind of intensity, because I thought they stopped Chelsea playing in the first 20, 25 minutes, that was more like it. If they continue doing that, I think they'll be all right this season, don't you?
Yeah. They just have to recover some of those players. Clearly, they have to turn some of the draws or these near draws into wins, of course. But it's never going to be easy for them. And I think this is going to sit with them. I don't know how Marcelo Bielsa is going to use this as a motivation to say, look, you went against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge and you should have gotten more out of that. or he's going to have to really motivate his team, because it's one of those losses that I think is going to stick with you for a while.
Finally, let's end with Chelsea. All three of the top teams in the Premier League winning by 1 goal narrowly. City and Liverpool by 1-0. Chelsea by 3-2. A few weeks ago, you said Chelsea were the favourites. Who's your favourites now? Still Chelsea or someone else?
No, I think they've dropped off. Look, everybody's going to have a soft period, and this is certainly a one for Chelsea. No questions about that. But if you look at Manchester City now, 6 straight wins, and that's something that they did last season. Remember, not a great start, but then they went on a run, and it was difficult. And the margins are so small. We talk about it. Last season really was against, just one team for the most part. Here you're talking about Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester City. And if Liverpool and City continue to deliver like this, it's going to be difficult. So at this moment, you have to look towards Manchester City.
A 5-goal thriller at the Bridge. Chelsea leave it late to come out on top.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.